tonight. Roughly 3 times a year, we as Americans take stock of where we are as a country. Memorial Day, the start of summer, Labor Day, the end of summer, and Christmas, the holidays. So tonight we're analyzing a simple question. Is Trump going to win the Memorial Day conversation? Barbecues, picnics, wherever you're with your family. That's our Why It Matters segment tonight. The most important metric during a travel weekend, of course, is the price of gas. The national average, $3.19, is a 4-year low, down 11% from last year. What about groceries? With the exception of eggs, which are up, pretty much a wash. As you can see, the prices of chicken, ground beef, bread, bacon, orange juice, it's mixed. It's about the same. Stocks under Donald Trump significantly higher compared to last year. Dow Jones up 6%, NASDAQ, S&P up 12% and 10%. Now, those are the economic numbers, but let's look at the court of public opinion. Biden's approval rating at this time last year was 16 points underwater. Today, Trump is basically break even, depending on the poll. The average has him down too. But there's one metric, and this is what will dominate your conversation. It's more important than approval ratings. It's what they call right track, wrong track. This time last year, only 24% of Americans said the country was on the right track. Now it is nearly double that. 44% of Americans say America's on the right track. That's unquestionably a good thing. Common sense tells us people are more optimistic about the direction of the country towards traditional values, but maybe a little less optimistic about the economy. The Consumer Price Index, the Consumer Index, comes out of the University of Michigan, spells that out pretty clearly. But how much of the sinking sentiment, and there is fear about the economy, has to do with coverage like this?
Brand new numbers just out on the state of the economy, giving us our first major glimpse of the impact President Trump's sweeping agenda is having, and it's throwing things into reverse.
The president's at 38%, disapproval 56%, way underwater on the economy.
Yeah, and this is all, let's be clear, his doing.
Yeah.
He inherited a strong economy. It's his decisions that have led us to this moment.
We have declining inflation, except the president's putting on inflationary tariffs. We have incredibly low unemployment, except where it's caused by the Trump administration. I cannot think of another president in my lifetime who knocked down the stock market simply by opening his mouth than Jimmy Carter. Eureka! I have found him.
Notice the change, because last year the media told us how great the economy was. But this year they tell us President Trump is driving off a fiscal cliff. That's telling. Certainly a huge part of the story when it comes to how people view the economy. If we're being honest, though, and this is the important part, the economic data and poll numbers only tell us so much. To fully understand where we are as a country today versus last year, let's look at the optics. 365 days ago, First Lady Jill Biden was helping ailing President Biden hobble over to Marine One for a weekend in Delaware. Knowing what we know now, it sure brings new perspective to that video, especially when you look at this picture. Keep in mind, this is before the debate. Joe Biden arguably seems more presidential than Joe. Got us thinking today, 365 days later, why aren't reporters camped out in Rehoboth to ask questions when Joe Biden gets ice cream? Maybe about his cancer diagnosis. What about Mike Donlin and Steve Ricchetti? They formed the so-called Politburo, as described in the new book. Have you seen their pictures anywhere outside of NewsNation? We've shown them to you for a couple of days now. Are reporters tracking down Pelosi and Schumer to demand answers about what they knew and when they know it? To answer your question in that one, sort of, because we checked. Former President Biden's secretary turned MSNBC host Jen Psaki had Pelosi on her show this week. They spoke for more than 9 minutes. It's a long segment in cable news. And somehow, Pelosi's comments about Joe Biden didn't come up in that entire 9 minutes. Maybe that's because Psaki knew things too. As for Chuck Schumer, he's made his position clear.
Is that not Joe Biden's responsibility for deciding to run again?
We're looking forward.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it. We started the show by noting that this weekend is the first holiday of the year where we as a country take stock. Barbecues, picnics, golf, time with family. So much about how we feel isn't the economic numbers. It is something intangible.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.